Hi yogis, my name is Anna. Today we will be doing a shoulder opening focused flow. So when you're ready, go ahead and get started in child's pose. Connect your big toes, spread your knees wide, drape your chest towards the earth. Connect your forehead to the mat. We'll take a few moments at the beginning of class just getting ourselves grounded and prepared for the flow. Today we'll be bringing a lot of focus and attention to the shoulders, how we can open and strengthen these areas. You're welcome to stay here and continue in your relaxed child's pose, or for a little more activation for our shoulders, tent your fingers, lift your elbows off the mat. You can stay here or start to crawl your hands off to the right side. You'll find a stretch through your left lat, starting to open up our shoulder area and the surrounding muscles. Start to come back to center and then switch out your hands, moving towards the left side this time. Come back to center. We'll take puppy pose now. Begin to shift your weight forward, stack your hips over top of your knees, extend your arms towards the top of your space. Draw your forehead or your chin down to the earth, tent your fingers, tuck your toes. Melt your chest towards the mat. Slowly bring yourself back up and come to laying down on your belly. Extend your arms out wide and start to roll off onto your left shoulder. You can extend your arms straight or bend your elbow for a little more sensation. Plant your right foot on the earth behind you. Slowly come back to center on your belly, and we'll switch sides now. Extend your right arm long, start to roll off onto your right shoulder and hip, plant your left foot on the earth behind you. Again, you can straighten or bend your arm. Having a bend will create a little more sensation and stretch through your front body. Start to roll back onto your belly. Bring your hands out long. From here, we'll start to play into some activation of our shoulders. As you inhale, lift your feet and shoulders off the earth. Extend your hands in front with your thumbs facing the ceiling, and slowly pull back your arms to a gold pose position. Continue to extend out, and then back. You can leave your feet up or press your toes into the earth just to focus solely on the arms. You're almost performing a shoulder press motion, but with no weight in your arms and you're facing the earth. Take just one more rep. And release your hands back down to the earth. Press into your palms, and we'll find a tabletop shape. Start to take any motions here that are really calling your name. Maybe roll from side to side. Take some hip circles. You have a couple breaths of free play here. I will call us out whenever we're about halfway through. So if you're doing something on one side or one direction, you can start to even it out. Start to switch sides. And come back to a neutral tabletop. We'll take a couple cycles of cat-cow. Inhale, cow pose, drop your belly, gaze forward. Exhale, cat pose, curl your spine, puff up between your shoulder blades. Hug your lower ribs towards your hip points. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. Come back to neutral tabletop. We'll take some shoulder push-ups from this shape. Drop. Squeeze your shoulder blades together as you drop your chest towards the earth, and press up. Lift your chest up as you spread your shoulder blades apart. Puff up between your shoulders. Come back down, and as you exhale, press back up. It's a very small motion, but this will really strengthen and help you find stability in your shoulder blades. Squeeze your core in tight to prevent dumping into your lower back. Gaze down in between your thumbs to keep your neck as neutral as possible. We'll take just 2 more reps. Come back to neutral tabletop. Take any other shapes that are calling you from tabletop, and if you're ready to get moving, we will go ahead and find downward facing dog. Lift your hips towards the ceiling, melt your heels towards the earth, micro bend your elbows. Bend one knee and then the other to walk your dog, stretch through your back body. You can play with dipping one knee down to stretch through your opposite lat. Just find any little warm-up motions that work for you. As you inhale, gaze forward. Exhale, take 10 tiny steps towards the top of your mat. When you arrive, we'll find ragdoll pose. Drape your belly over your thighs. Bring a generous bend to your knees. You're welcome to leave your hands planted on the earth. Find our usual opposite elbow to opposite hand grip, or you can find a chest expansion. Clasp your hands together at your lower back. Start to punch your fists towards the ceiling. Squeeze your shoulder blades together. Micro bend your elbows. Gaze in between your legs. Let the crown of your head fall heavy towards the earth. Slowly release your hands by way of your low back. Plant your hands on the earth. Toe heel your feet together with your big toes to touch. Inhale, halfway lift. Press your hands into your shins or thighs. Exhale, fold. Inhale, slowly uncurl your spine. Come to mountain pose. Send your arms overhead. Press into all four corners of your feet. Draw your tailbone towards the mat. Draw your hands to heart center. Gently close your eyes. If you'd like to set an intention for your practice today, you have the space here to do that. Release your hands to your side. We'll take some shoulder circles. With your palms facing in front of you, slowly start to sweep back behind you and extend your arms overhead. And then with your palms facing the earth, sweep your hands down. Continue with these circles as big or as large as you can. Finding a space where movement is possible, but you don't feel any sharp pain. Rotate through your hands to rotate your shoulder. After this rep, on the bottom, start to switch directions. If this is a lot on your shoulders, you can take one arm at a time. Maybe grab the wall for stability. Pull your chin off of your chest. One more circle. And release your hands back down. Clasp your hands together at your low back. Inhale, puff up your chest, punch your fist down. Pause here and breathe. Squeeze your shoulder blades together. Press your chest forward. And as you exhale, forward fold with chest expansion. As you inhale, release your hands, halfway lift. Exhale, high plank. Instead of chaturanga today, we will be taking plank taps. You can always take a chaturanga if those serve you better, or just head straight back to downward facing dog. But for our plank taps, you will plant all four of your limbs into the earth. Extend your right arm forward, then to your left shoulder, then down, then extend your left arm forward. Sorry, I'm really off balance. Extend your left hand forward to your shoulder and down. Then we'll head back to downward facing dog. Those are always optional. You're more than welcome to just send your hand forward or just tap your shoulder. As you inhale, gaze forward. Exhale, travel to the top of your mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, mountain pose, send your arms overhead. As you exhale, find a circle, one direction, back down, and the other direction, back down. Inhale, back up to mountain. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, high plank. Extend your right hand forward and to your left shoulder. Plant both hands on the earth, then lift your left hand forward to your shoulder and head back to downward facing dog. Connect to your breath here. As you inhale, gaze forward. Exhale, travel to the top of your mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, chair pose. Send your arms overhead. Press all four corners of your feet into the earth. Hug your inner thighs together. Slide your shoulder blades together and down your back. Stay here or interlace your hands and flip your palms towards the ceiling. Draw your biceps in line with your ears. Stay here and focus on opening across your front body. Exhale, half chair. Draw your ribs towards your thighs. Lift your pinkies closer to the ceiling. And as you exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, high plank. Extend your right arm forward to your shoulder, back down. Left arm forward to your shoulder, back down. As you inhale, lift your right leg high. Exhale, low lunge. Inhale, crescent, sweep your arms overhead. We'll find those same arm circles here. Sweep down and around, come back up, and sweep down and around. Come back up to crescent. Slide your shoulders down your back. Spiral your pinkies together. Exhale, warrior two. Open up. Gaze out past your front middle finger. Stack your right knee over your ankle. Open up your hips and your chest towards the long edge of your mat. Inhale, shift forward. Exhale, extended side angle. Take a half bind. Slide your left hand around your back. Reach for your right leg. You're more than welcome to find a full bind if that is in your practice. Open your shoulders. Spread your collarbones apart. Inhale back to extended side angle. Pause here, exhale. Inhale, reverse warrior. Bring little to no weight in your left hand. Sweep your right arm behind you. As you exhale, cartwheel down to the earth. Head to high plank and back to downward facing dog. Inhale, extend your left leg high. Exhale, low lunge. Inhale, crescent. Sweep your arms overhead. Stack your right knee, or left knee rather, on top of your left ankle. Sweep your arms down, around and back up, and reverse those circles. Send your hands back up. Draw your biceps to frame your ears. And as you exhale, head back to crescent lunge. Exhale, warrior two. Open up towards the side of the room. Stack your shoulders over your hips. Press into the knife edge of both of your feet. Inhale, shift forward. Exhale, extended side angle. Stay here or find a half bind. Reach for your left leg if you did so on the first side. Open your shoulders. As you inhale, come back to open arm, extended side angle. Pause, exhale. Inhale, reverse warrior. Bring little to no weight in your right hand. Sweep your left arm overhead. Open your hips towards the long edge of your mat. Exhale, cartwheel down to high plank and back to downward facing dog. Drop down to your knees. We'll find that same puppy pose that we took at the beginning of class. Stack your hips over your knees, walk your hands out, melt your chest towards the earth. This might feel a little bit different now that our shoulders are a little more warmed up and active. You can stay here or begin to bring your hands to touch and melt your prayer hands towards your neck. Release your hands back down to the earth. Lay your chest on the mat. We'll move through that same broken wing pose, but we'll have our arms a little more bent this time, now that we're a little more opened. So bring your arm at a 90-degree bend or at a 45-degree bend. Start to roll off onto your left side. Find a place where you feel sensation, but never anything too sharp or sticky. Your right foot may or may not touch the earth behind you this time around, now that we're a little more of an advanced variation. Slowly start to roll off onto your chest. And we'll switch sides this time. Send your right arm out at a 90-degree or 45-degree bend and start to roll off onto your right side. This is definitely my tighter side. This side may feel really different for you too. Come back onto your belly. We'll set up for shoestring pose. Lay your left arm towards the right side of your mat and cross your right arm over top of it. Draw your chin down to your right arm. Close your eyes. Your head will go down as far as your body allows. Feel the opening across your upper back and your shoulders. Slowly start to crawl your way back to Sphinx pose for a little refresher. And we'll switch out sides. This time, I'll walk your right arm across to the left edge of your mat, cross your left arm in front, and start to melt your chest closer to the earth as you crawl your hands out wider. Slowly start to crawl your way back in. We'll take a refresher in Sphinx pose. Maybe roll your head from side to side to stretch through your traps. Lay your chest back down on the earth. Flip around like a pancake onto your back. Hug both of your knees into your chest. We'll find happy baby pose. Reach for the knife edges of your feet. Draw your knees closer towards your armpits. If reaching for your feet isn't in your practice, just reach for your shins or anything that is accessible to you. Draw your knees back to heart center. Extend your left leg long. Hug your right knee outside of your rib cage. Flex both sets of toes. And as you exhale, supine twist. Bump your hips off to the right. Drape your knee over your body. Extend your arms long or find a goalpost position. Close your eyes. Start to come back to center. Drop both of your knees into your chest. Extend your right leg long. Hug your left knee towards your armpit. Flex your feet. And as you exhale, supine twist. Send your hips to the left. Drop your knee across your body. Find a similar arm position. Stack your hips in one line. Start to come back to center. Those are all the shapes that I have planned with us today. You're more than welcome to find anything else that is calling your name. If you're ready for Shavasana, hug your knees into your chest. Give yourself a big squeeze. And as you exhale, Shavasana. Splay your legs and arms open. Relax every muscle in your body. I will leave you, beautiful yogis, in Shavasana today. Stay for as long as you desire. Thank you all so much for choosing to practice with me today as we opened and strengthened our shoulders. The light in me sees and honors the light in each and every one of you.